Hello, and welcome to another interview of the series in which we are speaking to the team members of Ludus Game to understand a little bit better what they do and what are the current developments of the game. Today, we're speaking with Julio Padra. Hello, Julio. Julio is a mathematician from the University of Buenos Aires, where he also currently teaches probability and statistics. Hello, Julio. Welcome.
Hello NASA, hello community. Thanks for bringing me here.
Julio, would you like to start by telling us a little bit about what you do within the Ludus Game team?
Well, my position in the Ludus Game team is to be the balance lead. I'm in charge of granting that every gladiator and every item is balanced all about the game. But also being the mathematician of the group, every little problem of mathematics that we have, then there's been a challenge for me, and from Coliseum distribution and schedule to even helping the programmers with some security issues and aspects. I've been all over there. So it's been a really nice and challenging experience for me.
Okay. Well, it's interesting that you've expanded in the functions that you do. But let's stick to the first one that you brought up, the balancing. Can you tell us a little bit more about how balancing works for a game like this?
Yes, for first, I want to establish that's very important in our environment to have a well balanced game, because our gladiators and our items are assets, are properties of the people who will be paying for them. So you can't have things like happens in other mainstream games, where there's predominant or meta games champions or civilizations in other games. We want to every gladiator to have the same ability to beat another gladiators, and for that we had established two metric systems. One is our rock paper scissors system, in which one gladiator counters another and is scored countered by a third one. We want to be that system balanced all above the 10 gladiator classes, and also we want every item to have the right context to be used, and that there's no an item that is the meta game sword and you must have that, because that's not the spirit we aim for in Ludus Game.
Okay, understood. Um, to work on the balance of the game, did you get inspiration or examples from other games? Are there references that maybe some of the viewers can understand in terms of how we work on the balance of Ludus based on previous other examples?
Yeah, for first, before balancing even the game, we had to came up with a fighting system, which at first will be automatic, but at last it won't. And we wanted to start by something that has been tested and has some other uses. So we start with the Dungeons and Dragons system, the 5th edition SRD, which is open source and has been used in many games all about the history. And we wanted to start with something solid but over that we first oversimplified that system because in Dungeons and Dragons you have wizards that throw spells, or you have elves that throw arrows, and we in our gladiator environment we don't have that. So we simplified a lot of the aspects, and then we started to adding some complexity layers with the mechanics and the different things we wanted to be implemented. So at last it had been almost irrecognizable, but we started from that. And then, as we like to say, we are a game for gamers, made by gamers. So we we all have very different games that we enjoyed and wanted to had something taken from there. For give you an example, our armor system is very similar at the armor system used in Age of Empires 2, but there's a little things of that in all the game, all the system, because everything that we had enjoyed, we wanted to absorb, to give it to our to the people who's going to be playing Ludus Game.
Excellent. Now, so that's how you've been working on the balancing so far. The work has taken some time already. I wonder, what are you guys working on right now? What are the challenges on the table that you're working to improve the balancing of Ludus? What's going on at the moment?
Well, for first, we are very anxious as we all are to get the beta release, so we can have some data from the users and some real fights experience, and wanted to well make some data analysis and things in that regard, and keep testing everything. And in the other hand, we just finished our 2v2 fighting system, ready to be implemented, and we are working on a first version of our battle royale, which will be one gladiator fighting against 99 other gladiators, and we wanted to add more playability in choosing some strategy for your gladiator to be a little bit more complex, and reduce a little bit the randomness factor of a fight in which are 100 gladiators fighting each other, and only one will be standing at last.
Well, that sounds like a very complex challenge, but I'm sure it will make the game much richer. I think we've covered most of the topics around the balancing. You told us that you've also been working on other issues and developments around the game, but if that's okay with you, we can leave those for maybe a second conversation. This was just an overview of the balancing. So I want to thank you very much for joining us, Julio. And I want to thank the community for being with us and for your interest. And we'll be seeing you in the arena.
Thank you, NASA. Thanks, community, and we will join all in the beta version of the game.
Excellent. See you.